Do you ever find yourself sitting in your car in the office parking lot, staring at the steering wheel for a few minutes too long? That heavy, hollow feeling in your chest, where you're not just tired, you're done. You spend Sunday evenings watching the clock tick toward Monday, feeling like a prisoner counting down to their next shift. You're in your 30s or 40s, doing everything right, stable job, mortgage, maybe kids, and yet every Monday morning feels heavier than the last. Today, we're going to look at 5 psychological traps that quietly turn work into misery. And if you stay until the end, I'll share a midnight realization, a perspective shift that can permanently change how you see your career. Let's look at what's actually happening to your brain at 9 a.m. Trap number 1, the loss of agency. You are told when to arrive, when to leave, and even when to eat lunch. Your brain interprets this lack of autonomy as a low-level threat. That calendar that suddenly fills with meetings you didn't choose, your brain hears one thing: you don't control your own day. You aren't just bored, you are biologically stressed because you have lost your agency. The human spirit craves freedom, and the modern workplace is designed to crush it. Trap number 2, the arrival fallacy. We are sold a lie from childhood. If I just get to the next step, I'll be happy. If I get the promotion, if I get the raise, if I just make it to that next title. But here's the brutal truth. The goalpost always moves. You get the promotion, feel good for 2 weeks, and then the emptiness returns. You are running on a hedonic treadmill, chasing a version of success defined by someone else, waiting for a happiness that never actually arrives. Deep down, you know that even if you got the next promotion tomorrow, it wouldn't actually fix this feeling. Trap number 3, the digital water cooler. 50 years ago, you only compared yourself to your neighbor. Today, you open LinkedIn and compare your messy Tuesday to the highlight reel of a stranger's career. You see their 30 under 30 award or their new startup, and your brain signals, I am failing. But you aren't seeing their anxiety or burnout. You're comparing your bloopers to their movie trailer. This constant comparison poisons your satisfaction, making even a decent job feel like a failure. If this sounds like you, don't panic. Feeling this way doesn't mean you're broken. It means your brain is reacting exactly how it was wired to, and wiring can be changed. Trap number 4, moral injury. This is the deepest cut. Many of us spend 40 hours a week doing work that we know doesn't matter. Selling products people don't need, attending meetings about meetings. When you spend your life energy on something meaningless, your soul suffers a moral injury. It is the spiritual exhaustion of pretending to care about something you know is pointless. This doesn't mean you're weak or ungrateful. It means your inner values are louder than the script you were handed. Trap number 5, the golden handcuffs. Why do you stay? Because of the survival loop. Your brain prioritizes safety over fulfillment. A steady paycheck creates safety. A mortgage creates obligation. You build a lifestyle that requires the job to sustain it. You buy the car to endure the commute. You buy the vacations to escape the stress. You are effectively working to pay for the coping mechanisms you need to tolerate working. It is a perfect self-sustaining trap. It's not that you're lazy or unmotivated. You're stuck in a system that trains you to survive, not to feel alive. So where does that leave you? Do you quit tomorrow? Maybe. But for most, the mortgage doesn't care about your existential crisis. The solution isn't always escaping the office. It's escaping the mindset that the office owns you. Here's the shift you need to make. First, you are not your job title. Stop introducing yourself by what you do for a living. You are a human being who does accounting for money. You are renting your skills to a business for 40 hours a week. It is a transaction, not an identity. When you attach your self-worth to a quarterly review, you hand the keys to your happiness to a corporation that doesn't love you back. Stop confusing your net worth with your self-worth. Second, work versus labor.
There's a difference between the job you do for a paycheck and the work you do for your soul. Your job pays the rent. Your labor, your passion, your kindness, your creativity, that feeds your spirit. The trap is thinking your job must be your passion. It's okay if your job is boring. It's okay if it's just a way to fund the life you actually care about. Do the job well, but stop giving them your emotional bandwidth. Third, the invisible resume. While you're sitting in that chair, you are gaining things they can't fire you for. Resilience, patience, the discipline to show up when you don't want to. This is your invisible resume. These character traits belong to you, not the company. Even in a job you hate, you are building a version of yourself that can handle anything. Use the job. Don't let the job use you. When you walk out of that building each day, you don't just leave with a paycheck. You leave with skills, scars, and strength that belong to you, not to the company. Now, I want to give you the one thing that changes everything, the midnight realization. Once a week, usually late at night, I want you to ask yourself one question. If I were 80 years old, sitting on a porch looking back, would the thing I'm stressing about today actually matter? In that perspective, the urgent email disappears. The corporate ladder you're killing yourself to climb looks like a toy. When you zoom out, you realize life is not a series of career achievements. It is a series of moments. It's the coffee you drank this morning, the people you loved, the person you became while no one was watching. At the end of your life, no one will stand at your funeral and talk about your optimized workflow. They will talk about your heart. If you're in a job that makes you miserable, remember, it is just a chapter, not the whole book. You are allowed to start planning your exit. You are allowed to care less about a company that would replace your job posting before they even sent flowers to your funeral. Now, I want to hear from you. If you recognized yourself in any of these traps, comment "break out" below so you're not going through this alone. If this gave you a moment of clarity, hit the like button and subscribe, because remember, your future self is watching you right now through their memories. They are silently hoping you start choosing yourself starting today.